Alright, so we're back. I did a basic tutorial up to this point. You get your whetstone knife and your war stomp. At this point I've got my basic. We just port back to the gate front. So basically all I showed was like the basic jump attack stuff, really important. You got your horse, you got your summon, and you get to this point here. I went down and got my whetstone knife. So from here, just knowing where to go. Now this thing here, it's pointing that way. Now that's heading farther up into the thing, into the castle area. So you can see, I haven't really got much anything. There is, oh, okay, there's I believe that's a map segment there. You're going to want that. So we're going to end up cutting right through town here. It's going to upset everyone. We're going to grab the map. And then we just keep going straight. So the beauty is there's another one right here. So you can just go ahead, run up here. Oh. Just don't have my buttons down yet. Grab the grace, rest at it. All those guys go back to what they were doing. They forget about you. So now you've got your basic map. Perfect. So now you know what's going on. So here's where you started. You went up here. This is the gate front. You can even see how it's telling you this is go that way. That's for storyline stuff. So that's only the main one. So this is telling you head up this way. There's going to be another little point around here, and then you go up to the castle. First boss fight, off to the next area. But there's a ton of other stuff. You go south, there's a cool castle down here. There's all kinds of cool stuff over here. It's just a huge area. So you can sit in this. This is kind of like the starter zone before the first boss fight that's in this castle. You can sit here and do all kinds of stuff. Going into that castle, you're probably going to get wrecked right now. I have a path that I got down for the beginning of the game that I highly recommend. There is some other stuff like that little carriage has like a morning star that's kind of neat. I don't really care too much about it. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna go with my basic starting stuff. Hold on a second. Let's see who's messaging me. And probably exit out of Discord so I stop getting messaged. Yeah. I don't want to get that ding over and over again, so I'm just going to exit my Discord. Hold on a sec. There we go. Alright. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and head roughly south. We're going to follow the path through here. That's an invisible guy. Yeah, we'll grab him real quick because he is kind of part of the game. So when you hear him do that, it's just this bush right here. I was so confused when I first got here.
You will just thank you. I was pushing. I ended up.
And he's neat eventually. There's some storyline stuff you can do. There's some options you get. But he's your buddy. Eventually you'll get a way to customize your armor because of him. Okay. So that's pretty much that. We are going to continue on our way though. We're following this path across the bridge. There's those little things there. I'm going to get that later. I'm not too worried about it. Wait till I can actually do some damage and one-shot it. These guys are nasty. I don't want to mess with them right now. So we're going to run straight through. There is a good weapon south of here, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. We're going to just come on up here. Now there is a gold pickled foul foot or something like that over here. It's worth grabbing. It's a short XP bonus that you get, which is nice. So you're going to see that area there. There's like a little mini boss fight down in a cave there. We're not going to worry too much about. We're looking for... I think we just keep going actually. Past this whole thing. Graveyard. So graveyards are awesome. If you see a graveyard, yeah, you're gonna have a bunch of wolves around and stuff. They're pretty easy to dodge. You just keep moving. But you get a bunch of these rune things. It's just free XP. So early on, if you can find a couple of these graveyards, you can grab a few levels. It's pretty handy. Wolves didn't notice me. That's great. So there's one graveyard there. You keep moving. We're gonna head all the way over here. Yes. So this part here, this isn't too difficult. I don't think you can drop, but you can drop down to 1 and then all the way down. It's really pretty easy. What you've got here is another little graveyard, some free XP, which is awesome. Hey guys. So they're going to start chasing me. They'll pretty much one-shot me if they hit me. So, but they sort of have like a little stalking move usually before they come after you. Ah, get away. Yeah, I got them all. Again, that's just a bunch of free XP. Cool. Can't remember if there's anything down on the beach, but we can always check that later. But we run over here. I can see the little sparkles. Here's another little side of grace we're gonna grab. And it's just sort of a general path that I do. Now from here, you can go up. There's a little fort over here. Should I do it? Yeah, why not? We'll go for it. So I'm level 1. Good chance I'm gonna die here. But I often pull this off. So these trees here, those are for upgrading your potions. You are going to want to grab those. If you loop around for the most part, you can kind of get past things before they realize what's happening. Now from here, I'm just going to do a mad dash and pray that I make it. I want to get his attention. I think I got it. We're going to get up this ladder as quick as I can here. Ow! Jeez. Alright, so he's right on my tail. So, I'll wait until he's just about up. Okay, there he is. Dodge roll, dodge roll. Get him, dogs. Oh! Get away, get away. Okay, so while he's distracted, I'm going to grab my potions. Now my dogs will not necessarily kill him. Oh, crud. There we go. Whew. Alright. So yeah, between your dogs and your big jump attack, you can kill him. It's not the easiest fight to pull off. But you get your Dectus medallion, and more importantly though, you get the cool bloody slash from him, which is awesome. So we're going to head back over here. Got everything I needed from there. We're going to go ahead and go inventory and these things. We're going to go ahead and use all these things I was going to do. That's how the free XP. And grab some levels here real quick. Didn't really have to do a whole lot for those. So that's what you were getting from the graves, the 2 little gravestones that I ran past. Alright, so should be able to get a few health. Oh, I'll go ahead and upgrade my flask there. And we're going to level up. So we need strength. Tempted to just go 6. Yeah, we'll just go 6. I'm going to grab a couple of decks. Oh, no, we're going to grab 1 dex, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. I just want to be able to use my sword mainly. After I do these, I'm going to start working my vigor and endurance. But early on, I think strength is probably your most important thing to grab. So, yeah, now we can go ahead and grab that. I just remember you needing like 12 dex for some of the better swords. So that's why I'm just going to sink a couple points into dex, but strength is the main thing. So, I got my big scary sword. I'll really be able to smash things now. Extra one-shotting. So from here, we pretty much just want to follow this path through here. There's a traveler somewhere up that way. You can talk to the ghosts. You can fight all these guys. No, can't quite one-shot them. Yeah, we're not going to worry about that. We're going to run through. There is another map part in here, which is worth getting. That howling thing, there's a big scary bear in there. You don't want to mess with him just yet. So I do not recommend it. We are going to grab... Oops. There we go. I want to make sure I get this map. Anytime you're around a map segment, grab the map segment. There's the map. Alright. So we got our map. We're just going to continue through, roughly following the path. I think at one point you do have to vary off of it. But we'll just keep going for now. Alright, cool. So yeah, the path basically leads straight over to this little area, which is where I want to be. We got another side of grace. That's awesome. We got another, oh, we got a wondrous physics tier. Wondrous physics, kind of neat. You can make these custom potions. Just going to show you what that is real fast. Guess let's talk to Melina again.
Words of if you wish. Very well, my
Sure.
lord. With thine he will well.
Alright, wondrous physics. So, restore half total HP in a mixed physics. Yeah, sure. It's really not that helpful. But that's your custom thing here. Flask of wondrous physics. Anyway, it's worth getting. New map found. So I've uncovered another very large section. Originally I just had kind of over here. Now along the right, that was the one I found. That's the tower where I killed the guy. They show a little Blade the Half-Wolf, Mistwood Ruins. You heard the howl. The game's confusing. It doesn't even tell you what to do. So that's Blade the Half-Wolf. You got to go back here, talk to Kale. Kale gives you a thing where you snap your fingers. You come back here, you snap your fingers. He shows up, you talk to him. There's a whole storyline. In any case, we're not going to mess with any of that. What we're going to do is head straight north into this area, and I actually stumbled across this the first time I played the game. I had no idea what it was. I was so scared. It's this thing right here, a little teleporter. Totally worth taking. Absolutely travel to another location. Most of the time, if you see those, just use them. You can always port back to the last area, but this one in particular you want. If you turn around, big scary boss fight there, don't mess with that guy. It'll be a while before you can touch that. That's a beast. He's actually a friendly. I know he looks scary, but that's a friendly. Come over here, you get a side of grace. And that's pretty much your goal when you go through those teleport things, get to a side of grace. This guy here, I'm going to go ahead and talk to him real quick. He's worth talking to. There's a whole storyline around him too. Yeah, talk again. Do I have to talk how many times? Does he not talk to me yet? Okay, I guess he doesn't talk to me yet. So I have to talk to someone else first. Probably somebody in the round table hold. I'm not too worried about that. We'll get there pretty soon. So from here, go around the big scary guy. You do not want to mess with him. Now, all of these little guys here will absolutely one-shot you. So you don't want to fight any of them. Grab that golden seed. We're going to run down. I thought there was a map fragment somewhere. Maybe not. But there is a site of grace down here you want to grab. Yeah, no map fragment. Okay. Must be across the bridge somewhere. So you got a site of grace there. You're going to continue going. There's a little thing you can grab here. Okay. There we go. Got my golden effigy. So, big scary dragon on the bridge. Big scary dragon. No way I can beat this guy. Hey buddy, how you doing? So we are gonna go right past that guy. And he might fly up and throw fire and kill me. It's a possibility. We're going to try and run past him before any of that happens. Alright, I'm pretty much out of his area now. I think I'm in the safe zone. Because, yeah, you don't want to mess with him whatsoever. Ah! Now through here, pretty much stay off the path, and you shouldn't get hit. Stay off to the right. There's a boss fight right there. Big scary guy. Minor Erd tree. Don't want to mess with that. Just keep going. There was an area I could have gone south and done something. Saved. Found another grace spot. But I see something off in the distance. Oh, yeah, there was a guy. There we go. Side of grace right there. They're all over the place. So if I die, I'll be able to go right there. Cool. I'm going to zip up this way here. Big scary dragons. Don't want to mess with them. Just going to head straight up the hill. Just keep going. I really don't want to fight any of these dragons. So that's the big mama dragon. She's injured. She can't hurt you, so you can just go right past her. There is a little baby dragon over here you gotta run past. Another little fort. And you got your next little site of grace right here. I'm just gonna grab that. Alright, so if I die, I got this. We're good. Now, this fort here has the other side of that Dectus medallion. Once you get that, you can advance. You can literally skip this whole castle, skip the whole next area, go straight to the Altus Plateau, and just run at it. I'm not going to grab that right now. That's a whole side thing. I'm really just kind of trying to show how to start the game. And once you get to this point, you rest. She talks to you about the round table hold. Go to the round table hold. It's kind of a key spot in the game. Alright, so there's a bunch of different guys you can talk to here. I'm not going to get too into that because I'm not diving really into storyline. You can do that on your own time. The main thing is you come over here. I'm going to go ahead and talk to this guy. And technically, I could have gone back, I'm pretty sure, just... Can I strengthen this at all? No, I can't. We do Ashes of War. And technically, I think I could have just done this at the encampment. So I didn't really have to come here, but this is worth knowing. This is where you get your bow, and I recommend getting the bow. The main thing is to be able to pull aggro off individual guys and clear rooms out. So if you come over here, talk to this chick here, purchase. Oh, I didn't have enough to get it, but there's where you get the longbow. And if you don't well, and the armor's not bad, but you'll find armor. So that's where you get the longbow. And then if you don't remember, when you go back to the very beginning, this is where you started, that first church where that Kale guy looks like Santa Claus. Talk to him. He sells arrows. So you got infinite arrows from him. They're pretty cheap per bundle. It's like 20 whatever XP each, whatever it's called, souls, something like that. So yeah, that's really worth it. But the key thing is you've unlocked a whole bunch of different things, and you've gotten to Fort Feroth. And there's a cheese method to leveling up here. I'm gonna go ahead and just run through it once, and then just pretty much call it for the intermediate video. So again, I don't think you had to go the round table hold. You could rest here. Yeah, so you can Ashes of War right here. But the main thing is getting that first Bloody Slash, which you got that. I'm just going to kind of recap. So that was the first little fort here, Fort Height. You go up, you do your summon, and you try to kill that guy. It'll probably take you a few tries to get that down. It's not too hard, though. Even as a level 1 guy, as you saw, I hadn't leveled up at all. I just used my club. Between my summon and my club, I was able to beat him down. So that's how you get the Bloody Slash, and then you get the Whetstone gate front when you went into the little ruins, the underground area of the ruins. That's where you got the Whetstone, which allows you to modify your weapons. Once you have that, you've got your Bloody Slash. It's really good for against most things for a while, but it allows you to capitalize on this cheese method here. So just gonna swing at this guy. You see, I do like no damage. His health, I mean, this would take me hours, just hours to do. So we're gonna let that go back up. Swing at him some more. Oh, look at that big chunk. 13,000. That was a big chunk of his health. Just suddenly popped off. So there's a bleed bar. That's what the Bloody Slash does. It applies bleed. We'll just swing at him a few times more. It does take longer and longer to apply it, but it turns this into a somewhat reasonable time frame. There it is, another 13k. And you can use your gold pickle foul foot on this guy, and you'll at the very end, right before you kill him, and you do get a chunk more XP. It's like 30%. It's a big chunk. I usually save those for later. There are pretty early, faster ways to get XP, but you don't get a lot of those free gold foul foots, so I save them for special occasions. But I'm pretty much going to go after this guy every single time with a new character. Oh, we hack and hack and hack. And there's kind of a, I don't know if you call it a bug, a glitch. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but there is a thing you can do that basically lets you kill this guy over and over again. I know I'm killing a sick mother dragon. I'm a horrible, horrible person. This does get a lot faster. So once you do it once or twice, you can sink points into arcane, so you can do it even faster because your blood applies way faster. You can upgrade your weapon pretty early on. That helps too. But I'm just going to do it once, and I'm going to show you where another weapon is that's worth getting. Alright, we're getting close. don't think the last one's gonna quite kill it. Not quite, yeah. So I gotta get it one more time to trigger. And you're basically, once it triggers, you'll see the dragon's gonna kind of twitch. And then you just run for the save point. So I'm gonna show you here once it happens. Should be real close now. There we go. Okay, so we just run as fast as we can. Got to get back to the save point quickly. And rest. Alright, now. Should be back. Yep. So he's back. And I have 50,000 XP. Or runes, or whatever it is. So that's a whole lot of levels. If you see, I got 50,651. You get 50k for killing him. So that's just going to kind of let me do some stuff here. Whoops. So, you know, sink a couple points in Arcane, get that Dex to 12, get that to 20, get my Vigor up. I could use some more health. Go ahead and sink some points into Endurance. A few more points into Vigor. I'll save 7,000, go buy a couple things. So there we go. I just jumped up to level 27 just by doing it once. So you don't have to do it over and over again. You could just do it once. If I used my foul pickled foot, I would have gotten another, you know, I don't know, 15,000 out of it, which would have been nice. Another couple levels, which I didn't do, but you know, no biggie. We're gonna go ahead and let's see. There we go. Run back to the Lost Grace table. I'm gonna grab my bow. Let's see, what are we at? 27 minutes. Alright. Don't want this to go too much longer. But yeah, I am going to grab my bow here. I'm going to go grab some arrows. I like having those. They're just such a key point. I could grab some armor pieces. 7k is not bad. But yeah, we're going to go ahead. Oh, I need 14 for that. Alright. Of course, you use two hands, and anything two-handed is like 30% less requirements, so I'm not sure exactly how that works. Stone sword keys are worth good. Eventually, you're going to want to buy all those. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I could grab a couple armor pieces. Might be nice. Some greaves, so I have some pants I'm wearing. I don't know. I'm not going to worry too much about all that, I guess. So I'm not going to sit here and kill him over and over again. Typically, if I had a new character, I'd probably do it at least a few times. Get that extra little bit. Usually I'd go buy some arrows right now too, but it's not that important. I really just kind of want to jump to the next thing. There is a cave that you want to clear up here for XP, but that's not as important. There's a weapon you need to get, which might take a couple tries. Oh boy. They don't like me around here. Run away! Run away! Most stuff doesn't have that long of an aggro range, so you can get away from them before they do anything. There's an area down here worth noting. It's funny because for a long time I didn't even know you could just walk down here. I thought you had to, like, from up top take all these tree branches down. So stupid. But these are all... Let's see. Cameras. Yeah, I get some somber smithing stone 9 there. And anyway, cool stuff, but it's nothing you're gonna even need for a while. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Hey buddy, don't mind me. Coming through. That's how most things are, they roar at you first. Alright, got the map. We're gonna keep going here. Where's it at? There it is. See the sparklies? Cool. So there is a guy, I can't remember why you want to kill him, but there is a little ball thing that you want to go after up here that you can pretty safely do. That castle, you can get up in there, it's really hard. I wouldn't even bother just yet. This guy here, as long as you can keep hitting him, you're good. So you can chase him to the cliff over here. It's the main thing that you want to do. Okay, he died. And okay, somber smithing stone 8. You'll need that eventually. It's not the most important thing in the world, but it's nice. There's a shack up there. I like grabbing that. That's probably my favorite. Not my favorite, but one of the merchants that you want to talk to. And there's also another site of grace. Pretty much any of those shacks is going to have a site of grace. Those dog things, I call them dogs, I don't know what else you call them. They are nuts. They are really tough. Even when you have good armor and health, they're still a pain in the butt. Again, first thing first. Get my lost grace. I'm going to go ahead and talk to him real quick.
How can I help?
I like him because he's got my samurai armor, which is really good, but he also has this to duplicate Ashes of War. If you're going to cheese that other guy, you're going to want this to duplicate the Bloody Ashes of War, and then equip 2 slashing weapons. And that'll allow you to take the guy out way faster. So that's really worth getting. I'm not going to grab it now. I am going to go ahead and grab my armor set. As far as the weight to value, this armor set's great. Plus, of course, it's got that cool samurai look, which, I mean, who doesn't like the cool samurai look? So, I've got decent armor. I'm still at medium load. If you look in the corner over there, that medium load is important. You don't want to ever be at heavy load, and that's what I mean with this stuff. This is all pretty light armor, and you get decent overall resistances with it. You know, it's not the best, but it's definitely solid for this early in the game. So having that is really key. We're going to go ahead and advance to morning. I don't really like nighttime in this game. And new map found. Now, what I need to basically do is come around here. I have to jump this chasm and get over here for essentially the last weapon you'll ever need. I mean, obviously you can go for other weapons, but there's a spot where you can jump that chasm. But this weapon I'm about to get is, you can just use this weapon for the rest of the game. You don't need anything else. You could technically probably use this armor for the rest of the game if you wanted. So item-wise, you're set. You don't have to get anything else, ever. Alright, probably should have just ported to that spot there. I can't remember exactly where the jump point is, but there is a spot where you can... Oh, I guess it's right here. So, leap across here. Alright, we're going to follow this wall. I'd like to find a site of grace over here before trying this, because I pretty much die every single time I've tried this. Oh, there's a site of grace there. Knew if I followed this wall I'd find one. Grab that. I'm pretty sure it's just north of here, I want to say. I know it's not in this encampment. I think it's through this encampment, though. So we're not going to mess with any of this stuff here. There's... Okay, it's right over there. So, site of grace right here. I knew there was one close by. So we're going to grab that site of grace. Yeah, about that. So, these dogs are distracted. I'm pretty sure you could just sneak right around them without pulling aggro. Yeah, he's distracted. There's a distracted little beak guy over there. Yeah, so everyone's pretty distracted. So we're basically running right up to this spot here. There she is. So, now that we got that guy, we're going to get out of here real quick. I don't like hanging out there because there's too many scary things. So, this sword here, which I probably don't have enough to equip. Yeah, you need 31 strength. And it's a heavy load. So, you do have to level up a little. That's where the 12 decks I was thinking came from. So yeah, you have to level up a little bit for this guy. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. The Colossal Sword. This thing does a ton of damage. It upgrades well. And yeah, and you can block. It actually works as a shield as well. So not only, of course I'm doing fat rolls now, but yeah, not only does it do a ton of damage, but you've got a built-in shield with your sword. And it does, I mean, it's just stupid. Two-handed, it just does so much damage. Right now you're looking at, I mean, 164 to 65, which is terrible. Well, plus, or that's minus. That's because I can't wield it yet. It'll go up a lot once you can actually wield it. So right now, though, you got to stick with this. And this is where essentially your options are: stick with this, run through the game. You can cheese this guy and use the Colossus Sword pretty quickly. You know, cheese that guy another 2 or 3 times. I've got my strength's already at 20. So actually, one more time. If I cheese him one more time, because you only need 2/3 of the requirement. So technically, I only need 1 more point in strength, and I'd be good. I could actually use this thing. So yeah, that was my bad when I leveled up. I should have brought my strength up a little bit higher. You know, 1 more point in strength and not bothered with the arcane. Probably got my endurance a little bit more, so I'm not doing fat rolls. You don't like the fat rolls. Let's remove that. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as my intermediate basic tutorial. You go up here, get the Dectus Medallion. There's also a cool Radigan seal in there, which can boost your stats, but you take more damage. It's worth getting early on. Anyway, that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and call that for part 2. Thank you much for watching.